find insight, guidance, and answers. Tune into Spirit with radio medium Laura Lee.
Laura Lee tuning into Spirit with my special guest, Raymond.
Hi, how are we doing, Laura?
I'm good, thank you. Raymond, I get a gentleman who's approaching me. He isn't very big, man. He's got dark hair, at least had dark hair at one point, went gray. He's wearing glasses from what I can see. Seemed to have been on the thinner side and frail towards the end. Does this make sense? I feel like a father figure.
Yeah, that sounds like my father.
Yeah. He says he's come because you're challenged with some things that are on your plate right now, where I feel like you're balancing a thin line to do with your work. And
yes.
One thing is where your one foot is in a place where you're feeling strapped, and the other one is something that's a little bit more free flowing. And I feel like it's your own private venture. Does that make sense?
Well, the private venture has not necessarily shown up yet, but either stay where I am or look for other opportunities.
Well, when I say private venture, he shows me you writing. I mean, you writing. Does that make sense?
Well, it makes sense in the sense that I already have wrote a couple books that I published, and I have not pursued that anymore.
Okay, well, he tells you not to give up. You traveled too far, literally, okay? So he says that, to me, is where I feel like there's more of a heart connection than where you are currently. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, so you got to follow your heart blindly, and that's scary for a lot of people. And that's where I'm talking about the free-flowing. Mm-hmm. But I feel like you're on the cusp of a major move, and it might not just be a move with work, but it's also a physical move.
The chances are that it is, and I just happened to turn last week 60, and I also got engaged. Went overseas to do that. In that part where my job is about to shift because they're about to offer me a new position. And I'm just kind of trying to figure out whether I want to stay where I am.
Congratulations. Wow, that is big stuff. Well, I think you got to follow your heart. And when it comes to your heart, it sounds like your bride-to-be is part of your heart, correct?
Yeah, there's no questions there.
Right. So I would take the lead there, and then don't give up on your private pursuits when it comes to your writing, okay? Because there is more to come still with that. And, as you develop and enrich, and, your relationship will only bless that even furthermore. Now, when I say you've come so far, and you said you went overseas, is that correct, where she's at?
Well, no, we reside here in the state. We just happen to went on vacation overseas. And that's where I propose.
Wonderful. That's lovely. Aren't you a romantic?
Yes. Yes, indeed. That's me.
Oh, lovely.
So basically, the writing seems to be a key thing here.
Yes, you do not give that up, okay? Because he tells me, you're straddling the fence when it comes to those two things. And you got to listen to the heart. And the heart, sometimes, it doesn't seem like it pays. But eventually, it depends where you put your energy and your time. And eventually, it will grow in time as you become more confident in your work. And you've got already 2 books behind you. That's a major accomplishment compared to most writers out there. Anybody who's a writer out there can attest. That's a big accomplishment.
And again, just like anything, I kind of stopped because suddenly, I got to pay the bills. And that wasn't paying the bills. So.
I know. And it eventually will. And I want to assure you that. Just to confirm about how you come too far, you actually made some major moves even to where you are today. So I feel like you came to the mainland, you came to States, you came stateside. Does that make sense?
Yes. I understand what he's trying to say.
You do know what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like there's something to do with an island.
Well, yeah, because I came to the United States in 1980 from Puerto Rico, which is an island.
That's incredible. Well, I wish you best on your journey. Thank you for sharing your time with me, Raymond.
Thank you so very much for your insight. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and if you...
We'll be in touch.
Definitely. And if you want to call into the show like Raymond, sign up at radiomediumlauralee.com, where you can subscribe to your favorite podcasts and listen to more readings like this one. And as always, we thank you for sharing the show.